Ladies and gentlemen, your host for the Oscar prediction. That's a little joke because Matt Berry is doing the announcing.
I didn't know that. I
Yep.
didn't know that he's doing that this year. That's fun.
Your host,
Well, I guess
Alex.
thank you. It's an honor to be up on the stage today,
Okay.
talking about all these amazing movies.
Oh yeah.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to a new episode of Gravity Blues, the podcast where myself and my co-host Ryan explore our Earth and extraterrestrial concerns and interests. And we have a special pod today because what week is it, Ryan?
It's Marty Supreme. Oscars week.
You got it. No, you're right. You're right on the first choice. Yeah,
Let's
it is
go.
Oscars week this Sunday, so we're gonna go over the nominations. We did something similar before they released the nominations. I think it
Yep.
was like the week before they released the
Yeah.
nominations. We put our guesses in. I'm pretty sure you won, Ren, but we were
I,
just
we
kind of
were
going
we were
through it, having
both
some fun.
we did the draft style, so it was not really pure predictions competition from each of us, but I think we were I think I beat you by one overall, so I think that's pretty dang
Edged me
close.
out. Yeah,
Uh
we'll take that.
but exciting stuff because just talking about the prediction like the ceremony, I'm thrilled that they're gonna get Matt Berry doing the monologue and the voicing. So I
Right.
cannot wait to hear him say things like Timothy Chalamet or are some of the other names of these movies where he'll say Begonia, like his fantastic accent. I don't know who decided this, but it is the best choice that could be made.
Yeah, no, who's gonna be
The host,
the host?
it's Conan.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Conan.
Conan. Okay. Has
Yeah.
he I feel like he's done one before, has
I
he
think
or
he's done the
no?
last couple years, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like I think I've if I remember right, I liked him as a host, so
Oh yeah.
usually got some
I
good jokes in there,
I think Conan's a great host. I also absolutely love, like I said, love Matthew Berry. I think they're the perfect pairing. They kind of like will sell this in a fun
Right.
way. Um, yeah, I don't know. Whatever we pick though, each time you will hear my Matt Berry attempt at him saying the names, and we'll see how close I get on Sunday when he actually says
We'll
them.
we'll make a little montage,
Yeah,
we'll compare the
it'll be close. I this
Yeah.
it for those, I don't know if you've seen his show, the What We Do in the Shadows, where he's a vampire. There's a
Mhm.
episode where he moves to Montana and he goes, "My name is Jackie Daytona," like that, and he changes his name and he's like a regular
Uh,
human man, and you're like, okay, yeah, and he helps the local high school volleyball team go to finals. Like it's wonderful. And that's the
Jackie
character
Daytona.
I hope he brings to his performance narrating.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That is so fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm hoping I can. I'm actually going to be. Well, it's actually perfect because the award ceremony was that in Hollywood or somewhere in
I'm
California,
yeah, I'm
right?
assuming it's in LA, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I'll be
Are you
out there
going?
that week. I'm not going. Well, maybe I can drive down. I'll be in
Ooh.
San Jose, so maybe
Go
I'll do a
go get
little road trip.
looks like some tickets. Get the Gravity Blues Pod on the red carpet. Do some
Right?
interviews,
We didn't get invited. What the?
What?
Come on,
That's messed up. That's messed up.
they're missing out.
Next year they'll have to
They're
get
gonna
us.
know. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Do we want to get into
Let's
the
dive in.
noms?
I
All
think
right, cool.
I'm gonna start us off. We're gonna do this in the School of Journalism method, which means that I think there's two ways to do this. In the actual presentation, actual ceremony, they will probably do it in a uh, upside down pyramid, right? So you start off with the big,
Okay.
or sorry, that's what we're gonna do. They're gonna do the actual pyramid where they start off with some of the lesser, big name awards, like not in my opinion, but in terms of what they think. So I bet they'll start off with like, you know, best makeup or best special effects, like that kind of thing in the
Yeah,
early
they're gonna ramp it
2000s.
up as the evening
Right.
goes to build the suspense of
Now, we could do
best
that,
picture.
but I think that since we're a podcast, I think that we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna do the upside down pyramid.
Yeah,
So we're gonna start with the big stuff and then
what
work
you
our
came here
way.
for.
Well, yeah, exactly. You agree with that? Okay.
And if you get bored, that's okay.
Now, if you're a real cinephile, you'll watch it this in reverse, and you'll check out what our picks on best soundtrack before we get to the for the picture. But let's start off. Let's start off with best actor in a leading role, if that sounds good to you.
Yes, that's perfect.
Um,
Ooh,
Now I just want to say, what I found interesting about this one is that a month ago it was it was pretty guaranteed, like pretty across the board. Everyone assumed it was going to be Timothy Chalamet.
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. I don't know. We'll see. But I think because of his comments about opera and ballet last week,
Yeah.
people are starting to swing and think it's going to be Michael B. Jordan. The one
Well, I will say, I believe his comments are when they like started getting viral though, which we don't need to go into the actual what he was saying in the comments because I don't know. I personally think it's just been blown
Well, it has.
pretty
It's
far out of
way out
proportion.
of context because
You
I had
know,
someone else tell me that they saw this and I was like, "Do you know what he was talking about like within that context of that? Like he's talking about how he doesn't want cinema to die and people to stop going to the movie
yeah,
theaters, right? Which I think is a fair argument because that's a big fear in the movie. But but yeah, I think you were going to make the point. Those comments were made after the voting was done.
yes,
And
yes. So I don't know. I don't think it can't if the voting's already made, then but it's going to be a thing where it's like if he does lose, there's going to be the points like, oh my gosh, he lost the Oscar because he couldn't keep his mouth shut, kind of thing. Even
it,
though,
it's silly because this whole kind of cycle he's been celebrated in the fact how outgoing he's been and like out there and talking about stuff, right? Like he did the Ohio State pregame show, right? And that was only like a
yeah,
year ago. He's
yep,
doing so like this whole cycle. He's been celebrated for just going out of his way to say things like this, and then I think it's frustrating because now he's probably gonna be a little less willing to be out there like that. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, yeah, and it's yeah, it's just I think it's a very silly situation and just people getting outraged for things for points that aren't even being made.
Yeah,
It's just being outraged to be outraged. But
I
yeah,
think
so
yeah, I think if I was a betting man and I was on those like poly market or whatever, I would lock him in because I think that he's gonna win. And
yeah,
it looks like
regardless.
it looks like MBJ is starting to get a little bit of traction on those apps, and I really don't think that's gonna happen. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, yeah, and we still got Leo in here. We got Ethan Hawke
That's
because
true.
I've seen that as a dark horse
Well,
pick from some
and
people.
I loved that movie. I think he's great in it. I mean, they made Ethan Hawke like 5 foot. Like he's like actually like 4'10" in the movie, and he's walking around
Yeah,
with Margaret Qualley, and she's like towering over him, and you're like, how did they do this? It's some. I saw that they actually in some of the scenes they cut holes into the space that they shot the movie, which is cool because that's a one room movie and so it all happens in like one
mm.
little bar room, and
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
and so
Hmm.
they have like the stage where they could pull it apart so that he could walk like a foot lower, so and walk across the room. It's
Wow,
like that's
that's cool.
awesome
That's very cool
practical
set
effects,
design.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I still don't think that he's gonna win it. I think it'll be good old Timmy Chimmy.
yeah. I gotta go with Timmy as well for that. I
Okay,
think.
I'm hoping we
Um,
disagree on at least one of these categories.
no, I do. I think so. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a few. I think there'll be a few. We will.
Okay. All right. Well, that's locked in. That's to start off the evening. Uh, let's jump into actor in a supporting role. If that sounds good to you.
Yeah, that works.
And again,
Ooh,
I think that when I a little bit ago, I would have thought this was a lock, but it doesn't seem to be.
for Sean.
I thought it'd be a lock
Yeah,
for Sean.
and
Yeah.
I yeah, and this is Well, it is interesting too that you got Benicio del Toro in there as well, being in the same movie as Sean Penn. But I think we can both agree that if it's going to be one of those two, it's going to be Sean Penn. I've seen a lot of love for Delroy Lindo recently from Sinners,
Yeah,
but honestly, I didn't even feel like he was the strongest supporting actor in that
and
movie. Like, I don't know. I
yeah,
guess I thought Miles Canton. I thought his character was. I don't know. It's hard because like you could say his character was more of a leading role, but I don't know.
well,
It's kind of a tricky spot when you got so many good performances in a movie.
the only
But Stellan
thing
Skarsgård.
I think that I think Delroy Lindo doesn't have a chance of winning. I think he's there because of it's like a legacy nod to his career. He's been acting for a long
Okay.
time, and it's like finally this is his
Yep.
breakout performance, and they're rewarding for that.
That's fair.
Where I don't think Miles Canton really, I think he's better in the movie overall, but I don't think that he would have stood out to me either. Though I mean, obviously, the other one that stands out, I'm like, how is he there at all? Is Jacob Elordi? I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's Guillermo del Toro, and
yeah. People
I
love
feel like
him.
there's always going to be some love to his movies because they're always usually great. So,
But
um,
I see that too, but it's not like uh Lordy's not doing the heavy acting lifting in that movie. That's
no,
it's I
no,
mean it's a good cool creature performance, but I don't know. If we're gonna do that, then you got to give the nomination to Oscar Isaac for lead,
yeah,
and they didn't. So that's why I'm like a little bit, I don't know, standoffish on that one. But yeah, I think I lean toward Sean Penn still. I think Stellan is great in cinema value too.
yeah. I think I might lean towards Stellan on this one.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know why. I think I've seen just a lot of the stuff with his not even his performance, but just in general, like how he and the performance is definitely important too. But now just like learning more about how he can't like remember his
Yeah,
lines
yeah.
anymore, so he has to have someone in his ear and like trying to do that, which you might think, oh, that's like that should be way easier, but I don't know. I think just having that like having to hear it at the moment and then acting it out is
Hmm.
I think is harder than just spontaneous, like having something in your head, thinking about it before you go into a scene, prepping that way. So I think I might give it to Stellan on this one. It's really close for me and
Okay.
Sean, or for Stellan and Sean on that one because I'm like I did love that performance, and honestly, it was my favorite performance in one battle after another.
Yeah.
But I think they might give it to Stellan.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously he did win. Was it the BAFTA? I'm trying to remember.
Was it? Yeah, one
Or
BAFTA or
the
Palme
Golden
d'Or or
Globe.
no wait,
Golden
Golden
Globe.
Globe. Yeah, I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
I don't think he's ever won an Oscar before, so I don't know. It is fair to make that point. I'm trying to look it up if he has. I don't know, hard to tell. Anyway, yeah, that's I think it's a close tie. I mean, he's very good in it too, so I wouldn't be
Yeah,
upset, or anything like that. Okay, so we got Sean and Stellan. Um, I do think Stellan Skarsgård would be more fun for Matt Berry to say. So maybe that is
mm-hmm,
the reason he
mm-hmm.
ends up winning at the end of it. But let's jump to actress in a leading role, and I
Ooh,
think again, I think this is a lock.
yeah. Like I liked Emma Stone in Bugonia,
Hmm.
but
I don't think there's any chance
but
that
also
she gets a third for that movie though.
no. I That's what I was gonna make that point. I don't think it's the performance where I could see her, making. I don't know how many actresses have won um three of those awards before. I'll have to look, but
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty monumental win. And yeah, has Jesse Buckley won it before
No.
or no?
No.
Okay, yeah, I think I would agree. I think it's a lock. I haven't seen Song Sung Blue.
Okay.
with Kate Hudson. I don't know. It's just something about that movie. I don't know. I just don't want to see it, but I've heard her performance is
Now,
great. Of
I've
course she's
actually,
nominated, but
I'll admit I haven't seen it either, but somebody did tell me that it was it's Iron Claw, but for
I know. I think it was the
musicians.
trailers, man. I think it was the trailers. Just like
It
there's
looks
something about
terrible.
the trailer. I don't know if it was because of like Sweet Caroline or something. I just and
Okay.
there's one clip in the trailer that made me laugh out loud is when her character gets hit by a car. Like a car just comes
Yeah.
like flying into her, like she's like standing in a lawn. I'm like, what is this movie even about?
Well, it's a true story, Alex. So,
I know, I know, I know, I know. So I don't know. One day I think I'll watch it, and I'm. It seems like she had a good performance, but yeah,
mhm.
I don't know. I think
Okay.
Jesse's pretty good.
Locking in Jesse.
I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this actually. Evan, because she was in this movie as well. I did see The Bride this past week.
Yeah, okay. What'd you think of that?
There was a lot of moments where I was like, hell yeah, and then there was a lot of other moments where I was like, hell no.
Okay.
So
I haven't seen it yet, but
very.
I mean,
I like Jesse in it.
is she good in it? I heard that she's good in it at least.
She is good in it. Yeah, she's good in it. Christian Bale's a little. I don't know.
He's not
It was an
good.
interesting movie. No, I liked him. But I don't know. I think it was. I just think the story was just all. It was very all over the place. It
I
wasn't really the actors that. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's Christian Bale or Jesse Buckley's fault at all. So
I mean, you got a great cast. You got those two and Jake Gyllenhaal, obviously directed by his sister, right?
you know,
Um, I don't know. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's keep
yeah.
going. Um, Supporting actress. I mean, you got. I don't understand. I've seen like people saying that
Ooh.
Wunmi Masago is a chance in this, and that really stuns me. She won the BAFTA, and I was like, I was very surprised by that because
Oh yeah. I didn't realize she won the BAFTA.
yeah,
Mm.
BAFTA did a lot of
Yeah, yeah. The movie wasn't eligible for this year. It's eligible for next year though, right?
potential. So I
Which will be interesting. Yeah, it's like yeah. At that point, there's no point in going for it.
yeah, it's like that. No, it's like, plus somebody else say that adequate.
Was she, was she won the Golden Globe, right?
Yeah, I think
Did
she
she win the
did.
Golden Globe for Best Supporting? Okay, right. Was Tiana? Was it Tiana? Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's like a interesting kind of. I think Gianna should win it. I'm gonna go with Gianna. Actually,
Yeah, man, I really want to pick Amy because
I know you love her.
I would say I would love just I love Elle Fanning too. So if she won, that'd be really cool as
Yeah.
well. And I remember I first saw her. I was like 12 or 13 when I think it was Super 8 came out, and I don't know if she's either our age or like a year or two older. I had like the biggest crush on her, in that movie, and I was like, and now I feel like she just kind of is like she's been doing stuff, over the past 10 or so years, but I feel like especially now she's been kind of coming out and has been definitely making a really
Between
big name.
it's last year, it for Badlands,
Yeah.
all kind of around. She wants to be her.
I think it's her. I think it's her.
But anyway, so yeah, busy career right now. So,
Very busy,
are
yeah.
you
And
are you going? Are you going L
I'm
or
going Amy. I'm going Amy. I'm
Amy?
gonna go
There we go.
Amy. I'm gonna go Amy.
I
I'm gonna
already
go Amy.
I predicted that. I wrote it down in my notes so you hit the point.
He
Uh,
knows me too well.
um, and obviously we're gonna jump to picture.
Best picture? I like it. Well,
Best
wherever
picture.
the hell that
So
is.
this is the only one category that has 10 nominees. That's going to have one. Hamnet, Mark Scream, One Battle, Secret Agent, Criminal Value, Sinner. I gotta admit, I still haven't got.
Yeah, I think I think when we did our when we predicted the noms, I think we got all of these right. You
Yeah.
know, we
Well,
we, we each picked 10 when we did
yeah,
that. You know,
we
but
had 20
still,
total, so of our 20, right? Yeah. And I think we may have
you
five on
know,
this too. We each got
yeah. It
five.
was also it was a draft too, so we
Yeah,
didn't like repeat at all. You know, it
exactly.
was all just like, all right, what do we think is going to get in here? So,
Exactly.
um, definitely an interesting list though. You know,
Now,
like I feel like you got the blockbuster and F1. You know, you get the guaranteed blockbuster pick.
yeah. Well, and that's so I think is the interesting thing to talk about is the history, of why they switched to the 10 version. I think it came out it was after the Dark Knight, and the Dark Knight didn't get a nomination, and it
Oh,
was like a
okay.
really
Hmm.
big controversy because it was such a big hit, and the people thought that it deserved it, just because it was such a well liked and it was a very highly regarded, critical release, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not
so
even just like superhero movie, you know, just like movie in general. It was very, you know, even Heath
yeah,
Ledger, you know, who sadly passed away shortly after it was made. You know, he won the, was it Best Supporting Actor, right?
yep,
Or
yep, I
he
believe
won?
so.
Yeah, it was some. Yeah, I think it was supporting. Yeah.
So exactly.
Um.
So I think that with that, that's why they switch from 5 to 10, and so every year since then, they do nominate at least one that's like, oh, this was for the fans because the general audience, the masses liked this, and everybody
Yeah.
saw this movie, and you've seen like things like avatars have popped up here. This year, I would say it's F1. Um, you know, there's an argument to be made that that's kind of the vibe that Sinners gives to. I think Sinners is a little better, obviously, than F1, but I don't know.
Well, here, wait. I gotta think of this though. So far, you know, we've done Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and have we done Best Supporting Actress?
We
Yes,
have
we did. We just did that. So we've done four categories. I don't. We haven't. Have we given one to someone in Sinners yet? I know Sinners
we
is now the
haven't.
most. It's the most nominated movie in Oscars history, right?
Yep, we have not. And the thing
Mm,
is, though, is as soon as that happened, I texted you this and I said that
you did.
I was like, you know what? This is just going to be a headline because, yeah, it's the most nominated ever, but it's also going to end up being the movie that lost the most. It's the most nominated and didn't
Right.
win. And that I think will be like a big headline coming out of this because I don't think they're going to win much beyond. I think they're, well, we'll get to it, but I do think they're locked for like
Yeah,
original screenplay or something like that. I think, but
for
I don't know.
sure.
We'll see. But I just as a fun thing, I will tell you I have the Kashi odds if you want to know them for this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It says that one
Let's
battle
hear
is
it.
a 75% people think that, and
Wow.
Sinners is at 22. So and Sinners is
Wow.
second, which I think is kind of a, I don't know, is that a big surprise?
I think I don't know. Like, I guess who dictates these odds? You know, is it like
I think these are
it's hard to
just
say
it's
because
just
like
people.
this
I
like
think these are just the
generated.
market, right? It's just like people picking
Yeah,
things. I don't know.
because those are probably out of these movies. Actually, I don't know. Did Marty Supreme? Okay, not including F1
Hmm.
or yeah, not including F1. Did Marty Supreme have a higher box office than One Battle After Another?
Oh,
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
may.
They would be really close.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was gonna say because like I feel like if it didn't, one battle after another had more, then I was gonna say, okay, maybe one battle after another and Sinners are the two highest, and those are the two. I would say it's maybe five of these are actually have a chance of winning. I
yeah.
would say.
So I'm pulling up the nominees by box office. Here we go. Just because like that is an interesting point. Obviously F1 made the most with 631.
Yep.
Then Sinners at 368. One Battle at
Hmm.
206. Marty at
Okay.
96. So the Marty made. I don't
Yeah.
think that. I think though the big talking point was One Battle.
Right. Okay. So it didn't. Yeah, I think that was fair. But yeah, I guess I'd say like there's probably five movies here that are maybe five or six that are actually likely to win. And you got the. I'd include Sinners in there and One Battle After Another. Both are in that like top six, I would say. So it kind of I could see why those two are there, but we always get some surprises. You never know what they're gonna pick. Sometimes they don't even know what they're gonna pick, and they're gonna hand it out to the wrong movie. So
Vote. They knock off the bottom, and then everyone votes again, and then they knock off that
mm,
until it's enough to be at least 50% of the votes for one thing. So it's not always
gotcha.
if something is kind of divisive, if it's like a you love it or hate it, even if it's the
Yep.
best, you usually go in just because that.
Right.
But
Hmm.
I do think it's gonna be one battle. I don't think there's
Yeah.
too much story with the like with the like overview. Just have one. I think it's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He made so many good movies too. Like, and this is another one of those great movies. So, and you got Leo in it. You got Sean Penn in it, yada yada. Benicio del Toro, I think you got some young people in there too that are look like look like they're gonna be future stars. So yeah, I think yeah, Chase Infinity, yes, yeah. I think I think it's a lock as well. Like there's some I would, I'd love to see it. We both love Marty Supreme. I'd love to see it to go to that. I don't think that's likely. I would love it. I like Sinners a lot too. I'd love to see it go to Sinners, but um, I just if I had to pick what felt like best picture to me, I think I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Do you think though that this kind of thing that Ryan Coogler goes like another one that would be his second nominated for best picture? Like I don't
Mm.
think he,
Yeah, I don't know if the first Creed was
but
or not.
I think he'll make another thing.
And And it is kind of, I will say, it is kind of annoying that it feels like there's this system where it's typically these directors have to wait so long into their filmographies until they actually get awarded something because as they're making great movies, they're then waiting for the older people, that they are now, waiting for them to get their awards. And everything is so
Well, and
just pushed back.
and there's kind of like established where once you win one, if you keep making like pretty good stuff, it's not right. Like I think
Yeah.
that's why they're in this.
Yep.
Look, everything that winning.
Yeah.
Clearly,
for sure.
Without all the
Yes, yeah, I think so.
let's
I don't know. I'm like going through here.
let's do direct.
All right, yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh.
Yeah, really want. Yeah.
Coog.
You know what? I don't even think. I don't even think
Yeah, I always find it's like one of those things with the best picture. I would love to see the stats on whoever wins best picture. Like if the movie wins best picture, is it also the best director as well? Um, well, I guess directing comes out first. So I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, best picture is usually the last one of the night. So it's like if they announce, I'd love to see the Cauchy odds, like say best director goes to PTA, during the
how they
thing.
change.
It would just go straight up,
Yeah.
probably. Or if it was Ryan Coogler one, that would make it really interesting to see where.
And though, sometimes you get stuff. You're not going to get that picture. I think that
Ooh, okay.
some years, that's right.
Okay.
So this year,
Okay.
because I don't know how that's good.
I think I'd agree there. Man, yeah, I love Josh to win too, but I think he's like it's just one of those things. He's kind of in the Kugler situation where it's like,
Welcome to the movie. But, you know
yeah.
what I mean? And,
I'll be honest, I'd love to see him and Benny win it together.
Right.
Like I don't know, I would love to see them win it, go up there together. I don't know if they do more movies. It seems like they're going to do more movies together. But I'm just,
I think that think of they probably play with one or two. No.
yeah.
No. Oh man.
Yeah.
Those other guys,
Yeah.
guys looks like they don't have that in them. Have them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Timmy is definitely is a little different just because I think he just turned 30, right? But he's been in so much already in terms of
That's how
it's different with yeah. Yeah.
That
Right. Yeah, he's a crazy trajectory.
I'm family too. We thought that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, no, I think I was just making more of a comment that I'm not surprised at Timmy winning. I would be more surprised at Josh winning over Timmy winning, just because Josh has only really been, like you mentioned, part of 3 movies. It's harder as a director because you're not an actor. You're not able to do 2 or 3 movies a year kind of thing. You're going to probably do one every maybe few years, hopefully, if that. So, yeah. But no, he definitely brought Timmy to a different level, which I think, that's a great argument,
Yeah. Like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a lock as well. But we'll see. I don't know. Well, maybe they're not locks. I don't. In my mind, they're locks. I like surprises. So.
Guy.
Oh. Oh well, I got beef. I got beef with this
Oh,
man. I
okay.
got beef.
Dumb.
Major beef, bro. Dude, like the Oscars, they're. I don't know who votes for. I don't know if it's everyone votes for the music or something. They have some agenda against any kind of electronic music
Hmm.
being involved in these scores. It's like if it doesn't have an orchestra,
Even
it's
in
just not pure
even
orchestra.
in
They
nomination.
just they thumbs down it. Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Like we are just talking about Marty Supreme from my boy, One O Tricks Point Never,
Can you tell that we love
Daniel
that movie?
Patton.
Is
Come
is
on,
it too obvious that we
we
love
love it. We
it?
love it. But one of my favorite parts of it is the music, and I just don't understand it. But if I'm looking at these, I did really like the one of the things that did stand out to me um, in Bugonia was the music because it was just
Mm,
like it was very like in your face. There's like this one scene where um, Jesse Plemons' character, he's like riding his bike and he's like frantically riding his bike, and the music is just like blaring, and it
mm.
this like adds a crazy level of tension. Um, Johnny Greenwood, he's great scorer, he's very consistent. Ludwig Göransson, man, he's been on a crazy run.
Dude, I saw someone say
Man, it's
online
tricky.
that Ludwig is the new uh oh gosh, John Williams.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
I don't know if I'm there sold on that.
Not yet. Not yet. But I see the vision. I see the vision. Oh, because I do think I don't know. There was like because it's like it's hard for the music because I want to think of it as a whole movie, not as like in specific chunks, because
Right.
there is that one scene and there's the one scene in Sinners where they're in the they're at the place and they're in
Well,
you get this crazy scene where all the you see all these different cultures dancing and the whole place catches on fire, and the music is a big part of that, and it's I don't know. I could just see that moment itself in general. And there's a lot of music in the movie, regardless of that scene. Um, so I could see that being a pick, man. But this is a hard
I
category.
I
I don't know who to pick.
I've got a little bit of beef because I think the music in Hamnet is beautiful, but Max Richter, who did it, the big pivotal piece in that movie is a song that's been in four movies that he's composed. He keeps using the same song
Oh,
over and over. Uh, like for different stuff, and it's always about
that's funny.
kids dying. It's like always about the kids dying because it's in Arrival, like for like the same kind of scene at the end of that movie. It's like I mean it's a beautiful, it's a banger, but I'm like,
Right.
how can he keep doing this? He's getting nominated for the
He's
same song.
he's got it saved to his laptop. Kids underscore dime dot mp4. This
Yeah,
is like his go to for.
it makes me think
Oh
of like, was it last year, 2 years ago, when they said that Hans Zimmer couldn't be nominated for Dune 2 because it was too similar to Dune 1.
yeah.
But it didn't stop nominating
Copy
this.
and pasting
It's
songs.
literally the same song. Like it's the same exact song. Like not
I'm
even
curious.
sounds
Did
like it.
you
It is the same
when
song.
you when you first saw it, did you notice it was the same song,
Yes.
or was it until oh my
No,
gosh?
it's very obviously like it's a very famous working music. Like if you listen, if you
Mhm.
look it up,
Yeah.
it's his. It'll be like if you look him up, it'll be his top song on Spotify or whatever, right
Okay.
on Apple,
Okay.
and
That's funny.
you'll recognize it. You'll be like, oh, I've heard this, and you hear it in any movie, and you're like, oh, I know this song. It's Max Richter, right? It's like a classical music piece that he wrote. But I just think it's funny that he's used it in a bunch of movies now.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I will
Oh
say, I'm gonna go out and say that this is probably gonna be Ludwig Göransson. I
yeah.
do like the One Battle After Another soundtrack, but I don't think it's as stands out as much. I like the
Doesn't stand
Frankenstein
out as
soundtrack
much.
as well too. I think Alexander Desplat did an amazing job, but yeah, I think it's gonna go to Ludwig.
Gosh, I'm. It's either Ludwig or Jerskin for me.
Interesting.
Ooh, I really don't. If I'm, I guess it's hard because like, if I picked, I'd probably like my favorite out of those two might be Jerskins, but I don't think it's going to him though. That's the issue. I think it is going to go to Ludwig. I think it's just the
And that'll be that's
that might be
the
one of their few wins.
yeah, that's the first we've given them so far, other than Please Be Free
Yeah,
or original Sin Life.
I'm going Ludwig. I'm going
Yeah.
Ludwig. Yeah, I think if you're gonna give them, if Sinners is gonna win, only a few. You know, that's got to be at least one of the ones it wins.
Is there any kind
Who
of
knows? Maybe they'll sweep.
yeah? I doubt it, but
Yeah.
any other? We don't have to. I think those are all the big ones we want to talk through. But is there any
Yeah.
award that you're like you're gonna? Let's do this. We'll call it standing up on the table. Okay, you're gonna stand up
Yes.
on the table and shout out. You're gonna say this award. You know, one of those smaller ones, whatever, is gonna go to this. You're like, I guarantee it.
Oh, Zootopia 2, man.
Well,
Animated feature film.
oh, Zootopia's getting animated. All right.
K-pop Demon Hunters, get out of here. No,
That's
sir.
a big call because I think
Yeah.
Demon Hunters was big. I like that. That's showing, you know.
Yeah. I like when a movie talks about very important things, and when it's a animated movie for little kids, you know, that makes it even crazier because it's like you don't have to do this at all. You just got to make it look cool, and they did both. So
Chock full of references to space. We'll have no idea what they are.
exactly. Maybe later in life, maybe it will just seep into their brain and make them not a terrible person when they grow up. You know?
And watch the Shining. Yeah. This is half. It's full of
I'll say another one, just another one. I was just scrolling through,
Sure.
and I think we probably might both agree on this. But I do feel like in a lot of their movies, they always nail it. Is the casting Marty Supreme? I think the casting. I don't know. So, it's Jennifer Van Diddy. I don't know if she's been involved in the other Safdie movies, but I always feel like those. But also, there's a lot of other amazing movies in that thing. I'm not going to go out on the table like I did with Zootopia 2, but I was just scrolling through that pointed that popped out to me. I feel like those movies are always casted very well.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the casting could go that. I think that's so cool. I think gave her like a full chance. If anyone doesn't look the part, she will finish from the cast.
Wow.
And people, like producers are coming up to me. Hey, the casting director just like, good. I told her to do that, right? Like that is really rare. Yeah, pretty sweet. The other thing is, with that, the new word is the ensemble.
Oh.
And I think that while we're talking about there's keep that kind of that way. You didn't get the best picture award, but we'll keep you very excited. So,
interesting.
I think that's the new award. First ever movie. That I think will go.
Okay. I could see that. Yeah, it's kind of like a runner-up trophy a little bit.
That's not the one I'm shouting to proud of.
Okay.
I think that best visual effects.
Yeah.
That's the one that everyone.
I think I think F1 is going to at least get one of them. I think there's a few in there because I think you could even say like sound, you know, and I don't think it's going to win cinematography, but I will say there was some really cool shots of, you know,
Yeah.
especially that the last race, where it feels like you are the Formula One car. So I agree. I think visual effects is a great pick, and I think if it doesn't win that one, there's a few others that could win.
The conversation. There was always let's do those two because I think there's still doesn't have to.
Okay.
What's the most likely to
Mm.
when it comes down?
Maybe like costume, or like production design,
Like
or
sequel,
makeup and hairstyling. Yeah, like I feel like any of those kind of cosmetic um, awards it could win. Uh, yeah, I don't think it's winning.
I think that Avatar.
I don't think it should. Um,